Hey yo, what's good guys? It's your boy HustlaRiddimzCinema playing Batman Arkham Asylum, and you guys are probably just sitting there like, who the hell is this guy invading my eardrums? Well, I'm Sion and I'm 16 years old. I live in T-Dot. I like long strolls on the beach and the smell of booty sweat in the morning. I'm joking about the first part though. I have a couple of series going on my channel, and one of the series is called Chronicles of a Hustler, and that's where I tell you guys funny stories of stuff that's happened in my life. That's all it is, alright? So today I'm telling you the story of when I was like in grade 9. I don't know if it was for sure in grade 9, but I'm almost positive. And I got caught ringing the doorbell, you know, playing Nicky 9 Door. And so pretty much what happened is that, you know, I'd come from elementary. It was like, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks into school. And I was still, you know, I was still high on this fact that I could leave school premises, right? Because in elementary, you were not allowed to leave, like, because you're young, you don't know where you're going. You could be walking and get, you know, snatch up, ooh, candy out of a van, and, you know, you gone. So, yeah, I couldn't leave. And in high school, they're like, all right, you can go wherever you want as long as you come back in time. So I'm like, sick!
Oh my
Yeah, boy!
You
Flavor Flay! So, you know, back in grade 9, there was a big group of us. There were like about like 10 of us that we looked like the whole Crip gang. You know, we were just walking down to McDonald's and we're like, you know, we were loud and whatnot. You know, just being kids, right? Kids just want to have fun. No, I'm joking still. But yeah, we would go down to McDonald's like every week, every day, and we would just, you know, go there, eat our little Junior McChicken, like, this tastes so good, whatnot. And for some reason, we would always get back late. Like, no matter what, we would always get back late. It's either we'd get back late or we'd run to school, you know, panting, out of breath, because we were about to be late. And one day, some retard in our group came up with the idea. He's like, you know how we're always late? And we're like, yeah. And then he's like, how about if we start ringing people's doorbell? And then we're like, well, that's what you talking about. And he's like, yo, no, think about it. We ring the doorbell and then we start running. And then when we get tired, you know, that we're far away from that house, we ring another doorbell. So pretty much we run to McDonald's, we get there on time, and we get back on time. And then we're all like, oh, I see you, yeah. I'm in my high little kid voice right now. And we're like, yeah, I see you, I. So for like 3 weeks solid, it was a while, like, we would do it almost every day. And that's how we would get there on time and get back on time. So not once had I rung a doorbell. Not once had I thrown a newspaper at the door. I didn't ring the doorbell. I was just a good kid caught up in a bad situation, all right? And so what happened was, one day we were on our way back, right? Because this guy, he dared me. I'm not even going to blast him out. I'm not going to say his name. He's like, I dare you to ring a doorbell. I'm like, no, I'm not about that life. You know, don't try and peer pressure me. So on the way, I didn't ring the doorbell. But on the way back, I was feeling raw. So I'm like, all right, I'll ring the doorbell. And so we were walking. And in my head, I was trying to picture the perfect house to ring, all right? I'm trying to imagine, where would an old white lady live? Where would she live? Because she couldn't run after me, and she probably would be asleep and wouldn't answer the door anyway. So, you know, if a house looked too black, I definitely wouldn't ring that. If a house looked too Indian, I wouldn't ring it. If a house looked too Chinese, I definitely wouldn't ring it. Because, you know, they have those ninja stars and the sword. So, you know, they close range and far range. I wouldn't ring it, right? So I came to this one house. And in my head, it was the perfect house, all right? It had a black door, and it was pretty big. It was a corner house. It was corner, so I could have gone either way, right? So it was pretty big. And the reason why I picked it is, one, not even because I thought there was an old white lady living there, right? One, because there was no car in the garage, meaning nobody was home. Two, where the door was, sorry for starting it, where the door was, there was glass all around it. Okay, so you could see into the house. I could fully see the living room. There was nobody there, right? So I rung the doorbell. I'm like, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. And then I did. I'm like, yeah, I'm on top of the world. And you know, before I rang the doorbell, something in my head, something told me, he's like, Sion, do not ring this doorbell. Any other house but this house. Please do not ring this doorbell. My conscience, he was just like, please, man, don't do it. But me, just being me, I was like, well, YOLO. YOLO. So I rang the doorbell and I did. And I thought I was good because I got away, right? I thought I was at the end of the street and I thought I was good. Nope. So pretty much we were all in this big group. We were laughing about it. Like, see, I was so scared, but he did it. He's cool, whatever. And then we started to walk away. But something told me to turn around. Because if you know me, I have a spidey sense. I can sense when something's coming. I turned around in slow motion. All here. And I turn around and I see this short ass bald headed Indian guy coming at me. This guy was walking at me like the Terminator. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, I got it. I'm gonna get it now. I'm in trouble now. And one mind told me to run because I didn't want to be like one of those little white girls in the horror movies that always trips over the tree, you know. I wanted to be like that black guy. Like, I didn't want to, but I can understand why they always don't run in the horror movies, right? I was so scared I couldn't move. That's how scared I was. I was just like, that's my impersonation of myself at the time. So I couldn't move. And then this guy's just coming close. I'm like, please, man, please don't hurt me. And then he came to me and he grabbed my arm. I swear, I have never had my arm grabbed so tightly in my life. Oh my days. He cut off the blood circulation. It's like he was taking my pressure or something. My hands started to turn blue and everything. I'm like, please don't hurt me. This guy scared me so much. Not because he was Indian, not because he was, you know, short and bald and he kind of looked like, you know, an Oompa Loompa. But the fact was that he was crying out of both sides of his eyes. And I have never seen that in my life. I thought he was a psychopath. It's like either he had some very, like, he was like some straight eyes or, you know, he was crazy because he was crying out of both sides. It looked like something out of anime. He was crying out of both sides and he was so angry. And I'm like, I almost wet myself. I was standing there and I almost wet myself. And he's like, you ring my doorbell, you punk, I kill you. I'm like, nah, nigga, please don't kill me. No, I was so scared, and he was threatening to call the police. So I'm like, I call the police. Deep down, I didn't want him to call the police. He's like, I'll call the police, and he was trying to drag me to his house. I'm like, nah, man, what are you doing? I'm not going into your basement so you can rape me. You crazy? My butthole is mine.
The booty is
but
mine.
yeah, and then somehow I managed to reason with him not to call the police and not to ruin my life forever. Because, you know, I'm black. They would have thrown me in jail the second they could. Oh, we got him now. But yeah, they would have got me. But somehow I managed to sway them. He's like, you kids have been coming here every day and ringing my doorbell. I am sick of it. I was scared. And I'm like, sorry, I'm so sorry. And then after it was all over and, you know, I wiped up my tears and I cleaned up my, you know, shorts. And I had to change my pants and everything because I had a little doo-doo stain at the back. You know, I kind of shit myself a little bit. But, yeah, after all of that, I got punked for a while because they're like, oh, you were so scared, little Indian man. I'm like, yo, if he grabbed you that hard, you would have been scared too. But you know what? This is Chronicles of a Hustler. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you liked it, please come check out my channel, subscribe, like, comment. Do whatever you got to do. All right? Easy.